Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. And let me make sure we are open for business here. Okay, full disclosure here, guys. I am Joe the fan. I am just like everybody else. Love football. I never played professional football, played college football at JMU, played high school football, little league and things like that. Been a fan of football since I could sit up on the sofa with my dad watching the Dallas Cowboys. I don't work for ESPN or Fox Sports or NBC or any of those guys. You know, I'm not one of the talking heads out there. I didn't go to ESPN School of Football teachings, you know. I'm not a Deion Sanders or Ian Rappaport. I'm just a guy that likes football and likes to talk a lot. But every year, I get stuck on something and people tell me, you're an idiot. Well, actually, they tell me I'm an idiot all the time. I mean, year round. It doesn't stop. I mean, it's constant. I mean, I guarantee you right now there's some comments being made that you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. And I get stuck on something and people are just like, man, stop it. Stop being stuck on that. Did you hear the report from such and such team? That's not going to happen. Did you hear on ESPN? And people will share me, clips, articles, videos, and everything else that say it's going to be like this, but I keep going, no, this is what it's going to be. I was on the bandwagon for the time I saw the Senior Bowl in 2016 for Dak Prescott. I said, that's the guy. And people are like, dude, he's not even really one of the top 10. He's a nobody. And I said, there's something about this kid that I like. I went to the draft, holding up signs, draft Dak. Got Joe Boo on the stage and said, you got to get this guy. Now, I know a lot of you will say the jury's still out, but guy that you got in the 4th round, playing pretty good. And he's only in his 2nd year. Last summer, it was Calais Campbell. I said, man, we got to get this guy. And I kept pounding on it. Every time I was like, we've got to get this guy. People are like, dude, we're talking about a defensive tackle who gets 6 or 7 sacks a season. He's old. He's over the hill. You're stupid. You don't know anything about football. He doesn't fit our system. Yeah, well, he was runner-up in defensive MVP. Had we had that guy along with DeMarcus Lawrence, yeah, so much for that. This year, I came out and I was after the Seattle game, I said, Dez Bryant won't be a Cowboy the following year. People said, you're crazy. You've got to have that guy. You've got to have a number 1 wide receiver. And I kept saying, from the time the Dallas Cowboys said Dak-friendly offense, the writing's on the wall. You got to read between the lines of what's going on. I told you guys, Stephen Jones, listen to him. Forget what Jerry says. Listen to Stephen Jones. When he talks, you better take note of it. Because that's where the power is shifting right there. Even though Ian Rappaport the day before said we finally have clarity on the Dez Bryant situation. He's going to take a pay cut and remain in Dallas. Yeah. So for me this time, besides the Dez Bryant situation where believe me, I was told, you're an idiot. Dez Bryant will be back. I've been talking about this guy, Earl Thomas. I truly believe that guy would be a difference maker on our team. And I've been not letting it go because from the time he went into the locker room and said, I want to be a Dallas Cowboy player, the writing's been on the wall. Think about what he said. And here's my reasons why I've been going through all this stuff, my conclusions. Because what I do is I try and take as much information. I listen to all the talking heads. I listen to, of course, I get my NFL media. I listen to the players, their Twitter, their Instagram. Check out their mannerisms. See how they react in an interview. see what's going on around, and then come up with a conclusion. Sometimes it's dead on. Other times, well, just like everybody else, I'm wrong. But everything about the Earl Thomas situation said it's over with. I don't know if the Cowboys will be the place he goes, but it's over with. It's been over with. Think about what he said when he went to the locker room. When Seattle kicks me to the curb, come get me. He tried to clean it up the next week. Hey, listen, I'm a Seattle Seahawk player. I want to finish my career up here. 12th man came out today, said, hey, I'm holding out. 12th man, it's not about you. I've worked hard. My 8 years I've been here. I deserve to get paid. Can't argue with that. But here's what you have to understand about the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks, they waited on Russell Wilson. They didn't pay him any sooner than they had to. They always make that deal that last year. They just paid Cam Chancellor 3 years, $36 million a year ago. Well, here we are. This is the last year of his contract at $8.5 million. There's no discussions of a new contract. They're not meeting. They're not talking. They expect him to play on that salary. All you've heard from Seattle is, well, he'll be here. He doesn't want to get fined. We expect him to be here. That's what you hear from his friends. We expect him to be here. We're looking forward to seeing him. They even sent out kind of that, we miss you, man. But the writing has been on the wall the whole time. We knew that he said, I'm not coming in without a new contract. Seattle said, we're not giving you a new contract. And I said months ago, listen, the power relies in Earl Thomas. He can force Seattle's hand by not showing up. He forced it to begin with. OTAs didn't show up. And of course, everybody pointed to, yeah, it's voluntary. He's a veteran. He doesn't have to show up. He knows what he's doing, even though they have a new coach, a new system, different players. You still say, we don't really need him. See, they're in denial in Seattle because all along, he hasn't communicated with Seattle until today. Hasn't been there for workouts. You look at Instagram. You got to go all the way back to November 6th before you even see anything that's Seattle related on it. You see pictures of him with his family. You see pictures of him working out. Last picture was with me and one of my agents. Yeah, guarantee that was a meeting that they just had about what the plan is. They're forcing Seattle to make a decision on to keep him or not keep him. Flat out. He sees my buddies are gone. My coach is gone. I still have a problem because I should have had another ring because Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson screwed it up. And that's what this is all about. There's been a division in the locker room in Seattle. You had the Marshawn Lynch guys. Defense, they love Marshawn Lynch. Grind it out. Take off time on the clock and stuff. You know, pound that ball. That's the defense. Pete Carroll on the offense. Russell Wilson, we're going to throw the ball. We want to make sure Russell Wilson gets that game-winning touchdown pass. At least that's the way it's viewed from the defense. They're thinking, well, why didn't he give my boy the ball and let him end up winning this game? So from that moment on, it's been a power struggle. If anything went wrong, the defense blamed the offense. And that's why Richard Sherman was let go. That's why Michael Bennett was let go. That's why Chris Richard, because you can't tell me that a guy that was number one 3 of 5 years, 3rd and 13th in points given up in the NFL deserved to be fired. It don't work that way. So he sees the writing on the wall. He's been reading between the lines. Yeah, they want me to play for this year, but I'm definitely gone. So why wait? It'll be interesting to see what happens from here until then. But guys, I've been telling you this all along. Don't act surprised. I know everybody says I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about, but I told you guys this is what was going to happen. He would hold out. Now we'll see if the rest of what I predicted of him being a Dallas Cowboy comes true. But anyway, I got some work to do on this Sunday without football to get ready for the season. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Boo. And always try to read between the lines. I'll see you soon.